Greetings YouTube and welcome back to our Kingdom Hearts playthrough. Today we're going to make our way back through the Cave of Wonders and hopefully complete our Agrabah adventure. So do come along and join me, and if you enjoyed this episode don't forget to hit the like button and be subscribed to my YouTube channel. So previously I instructed you, if you're playing along with me that is, to make sure that you've replaced Donald in your party for Aladdin. We are going to need him to continue with the story from this point. And starting from the save point, here in the Dark Chamber, we're going to start jumping across collecting some of these treasure chests that we can see. So just make sure that you jump at the last moment. You can make your way back up the steps here if you do fall. And don't forget you can just whack your sword around mid-air just to extend that jump a little bit. There we go. And then the next jump's a little bit further, so we'll grab the cottage and we're going to jump over to that next red chest over yonder there. And again, a swing of the sword, or the keyblade rather. I keep saying sword, it's not a sword, it's a keyblade. Should give you the momentum you need to make the actual platform. At this point we're just going to drop down into the water and swim into the Relic Chamber, which I have already been in, I believe, earlier on. There was a treasure chest over here containing a thunder ring, so make sure you go ahead and grab that if you don't have it yet for whatever reason. And we're going to be facing the monkey statue in just a moment. Just going to see if we can make this jump. It's quite far, that one, doesn't it? No chance on that one. So we'll come back later once we're able to reach it. For now we're going to head towards the statue, which you can see is holding a weird type of egg thing. Let's just go up the steps here. Okay, we have to actually be on the platform before we do this. We can't do it while swimming in the water. And we're going to choose cool. And this is why we need Aladdin. And that will basically put some more steps down for us, giving us access to new areas. We can just jump up and this will take us back into the previous area, where we can reach another chest, this time containing a Meteor G. We can actually swim up this waterfall then. And again we can call Abu. This time we can do this one from the water if we just line up correctly. And he'll lower this platform for us. And this treasure chest here contains a proto chain. So we'll go and just pick that up. And we're going to make our way back to the save point here. And you can save if you want to. And then we're going to swim back up this next waterfall. So pretty much the same thing we just did a moment ago with the first waterfall. Just approach it and the game will take over. And then we're going to head down this waterfall in this next area. And we're going to come up to this statue. And then there's an option for touch, which we're going to do. And look at that, another hidden passageway. So we're going to swim back up the waterfall again. And from here, I'm just going to get my bearings right. Right, okay, so from here, we literally just swim over into the hidden room area. And we want to hit this pillar, basically. So to do that, we just jump. Looks like we have to do it from over on this side, since we can't jump out of the water itself. Like that, and then hit it. And then we'll get a very minor cutscene.
My first wish, Genie. Show me the keyhole.
So it seems like Jafar's being his usual Jafari self there. And nothing else that we can do in this room from what I can see. So we're going to head back on out now and actually make our way back to the treasure room. So we're going to head up these steps into the hall. And I am just going to ignore the enemy spawns for now, so I can just show you what it is we need to do in terms of the story. But you might want to go ahead and kill some of those, just for the experience they provide. And we just jump over this. And down into the treasure room itself. And then the first thing we need to note is that the treasure room contains a save point. Very important since it heals up our party, and of course we can save. But before we do that, we're going to approach the statue here and grab one more item. That blasts us up here. To what end? Well, it allows us to hopefully reach a treasure chest. On second thoughts it would if we used the right statue. So, I'm terrible when it comes to directions, I'll tell you that. But here we go, we want to use this one right here. Same thing. And get blasted up onto this side, which is what we wanted to do. And we get a Thunderguard G. Now, before we move on, we definitely want to go ahead and save our game because we have a boss fight coming up. And obviously we, don't want to have to be replaying everything we've just done. We've actually got 2 boss fights incidentally, but the good news is we can save in between each one. So once you're ready, head into the lamp chamber, which is the very next room, and a cutscene shall commence.
That boy again?
He is more persistent than I expected. Why not explain the situation to that boy Riku? Doing so may actually prove useful to our...
Wait a second, are you Maleficent?
Jafar, let Jasmine go!
Not a chance. You see, she's a princess. One of 7 who somehow hold the key to opening the door.
Open?
But you fools won't live to see what lies beyond it. Genie, my second wish, crush them!
Genie, no!
Sorry, Al. The one with the lamp calls the shots. I don't have a choice.
In my opinion, that seems like a bit of a waste of a wish. Jafar would think that he'd be strong enough, surely, to do the dirty work himself. So, this fight can be quite difficult, but the trick is, you want to basically melee Jafar as much as possible. Now, he does, as you can see, like to float around the place, and he does tend to switch positions. But also Genie will shout, I missed it then, when he's about to hit you. So just make sure that you do go ahead and dodge that. And if Jafar is well out of the way, then you can just hit him with some spells and do damage in that sense. And then as soon as he comes back onto the platforms, or around the platforms, then you're going to want to go back into melee range and do most of the damage that could be done to him from there. So, just stay on top of healing as well. If your other characters don't help you with that for whatever reason. You can see that there's like two kinds of phases to Jafar's health bar. Eventually it gets to the point where you can't really cast spells on him. Just dodge Genie's attacks. Again, he's going to warn you before he does so. Why Jafar wants to stand, or float I should say, in melee range is anybody's guess. But hey, we're not complaining. And to see where he's floating around. Wait for Genie. Most of the attacks that you see here are really easy to dodge. And then here comes the orange beam, no doubt. Oh, he's back at the platform. Nearly. Yeah, he does move into melee range as well if you haven't hit him for a while. It's almost like he's taunting us, isn't it? And he's off again. In all fairness to Genie, I wouldn't exactly say he's fulfilling the wish of Jafar at this point. All the power he's got, throwing his fist down every 20 seconds or so, isn't exactly an amazing fulfilment of that wish, is it? So let's try and finish this guy off quite quickly now. Looks like we're just about there. And he knows it, he's running away. And back again. Or floating, or whatever it is these viziers do. There we go. Oh, look at that, a nice level up as well for every one of our characters. So our blizzard spell has been upgraded. Very useful. Right, before we do anything else now, we do want to go ahead and leave this area. So just run back towards the treasure room, don't go forward or you'll kick off another cutscene, followed by another boss fight, which means you won't have saved or healed. So just go ahead and use the save point. Just run through it a few times so everybody's at full health, and then save up before moving on. And then back into the lamp chamber area we go. And we'll go and see what's going down here. Looks like we can see Jasmine. Go and check if she's alright.
Genie, my final wish. I want you to make me an all-powerful genie.
That sounds interesting. Jafar has turned Genie himself now, just like he does in the movie, I guess. So we basically want to go after him, which means we're going to jump down into the caverns below here. Right, so basically, for this fight, which does look intimidating because you've got a big Jafar, we just need to actually go after the lamp. And dodge Jafar's attacks as we do so. Now, obviously it's a movement-oriented fight, so we are going to have to just move around, get our bearings, and try and keep Iago with the lamp within our sights here. And sometimes the camera angles can be your biggest enemy in this kind of matchup.
See ya.
But we really need to hit it with physical attacks, if at all possible. So sometimes just have to move around the platforms. And as I say, the camera angles are the most frustrating part of this. But yeah, just keep an eye out for Jafar, since he does like to throw fireballs at you. And obviously, it's in your best interest to not fall into the lava. You can also, incidentally, actually knock Iago out completely. If you do that, then he can't be flying around, of course. So, you can make it up on both sides of these platforms. The damage that you see comes in slow, but quite heavy. So just keep an eye on your health.
Heal.
But you can jump over most of those flying rocks, or just dodge roll out of the way from them. And you can even hide behind these platforms, look. So they don't hit you at all. And just try and keep up with the Iago as he switches between them. Looks like he's going over there, is he? I can't quite see, to tell you the truth. Oops. You can take off the target lock if the camera angle's getting really annoying, since you can move things around a little bit more freely then.
This is it. Come on.
But that's pretty much the whole tactic, to tell you the truth. It's not a hard boss fight, it just takes time. And it takes time because of the limited windows you get of actually attacking, and you need to do aerial combos from the air as well. So just use the platforms to your advantage. So we're getting some good opportunities here to get some nice damage in. And then we just tend to switch platforms as we start doing even more damage. Once you've knocked Iago out, you'll get some green orbs. And look at all that damage we got in by knocking that fella out, the little birdie. Looks like one more hit should do the trick here. There we go. And another level up, lovely. So actually, all things considered, definitely one of the easier boss fights up to this point in Kingdom Hearts. It just takes a bit of time
Okay, Jafar.
trying to get the orientations correct. And now we also upgrade our fire spells. We've got Blizzara and Fire. And the Ansem's report as well, if you want to read that.
Jasmine? Jasmine! Whoa, we better get out of here! Jasmine!
So now we have to actually fly the magic carpet in order to make our way out of the Cave of Wonders. And at the moment it's more of just a fun mini game. You can get hit by the blocks and lose health. And you can also swing if you want to just destroy some of the rocks on the way. But ultimately this isn't actually very challenging, to tell you the truth. You just have to kind of slog it out. You haven't got to worry about altitude or anything like that. The game will take care of it all for you. You just got to dodge the obstacles more than anything. If you enjoyed the jungle swinging stuff, no, the sliding down the vines earlier in the jungle, then you know what to expect, really. And after that we'll get some more cutscenes.
Earth to Al? Hello, you still have one wish left? Look, just say the word. Ask me to find Jasmine for you.
I wish for your freedom, Genie.
Al!
A deal's a deal, Genie. Now you can go anywhere you want. You're your own master. But if you can, it'd be great if you could go along with them and help Sora find Jasmine.
Sorry, Al. I'm done taking orders from others. But a favor? Now that's entirely different. I guess I could give that a try. After all, we're pals, right, Al?
Genie.
Just leave it to me!
That smarmy vizier could have had him. If someone had stuck around to give him a hand.
Hey, I did my part. I brought the princess, didn't I?
Jafar was beyond help, consumed by his own hatred. One should beware of letting it burn too fiercely.
Whoa, whoa, lighten up. I'm as cool as they come, okay? By the way, kid, have we got something special for you?
Huh?
We had a deal, yes? You help us, and we grant you your wish.
Kyrie!
Go to her. Your vessel is waiting.
Just remember, this is no pleasure cruise. It won't be a pleasant voyage.
Why are you doing all this for me? What's the catch?
Catch? What's the catch? Silly boy. You're like a son to me. I only want you to be happy.
I seriously doubt that.
Believe what you wish. But lest we forget, I kept my end of the bargain.
So once we've finished with the cutscenes, we'll get to learn the Genie Summon spell, and we'll also get an upgrade to our Keyblade, which we'll need to equip, and we get the ability to access the green Trinity marks on the floor. So all in all, not a bad haul of loot. We'll just go ahead firstly and check out our new Keyblade. So we'll say goodbye to Jungle King, which is a pretty good weapon, there's no question about that. But we'll get a new one now, the 3 Wishes. So we just have to bear in mind, as we switch across, that the range on the 3 Wishes is a lot shorter than what we're used to after having used the Jungle King for so long. So just bear that in mind when you're doing melee attacks, that it's powerful, but with a shorter range. Still, we're going to go ahead and equip that. And then there's one more item we can grab, involving our new Trinity ability, our green Trinity ability. So we'll go and get that next. From the save point here, we're just going to make our way down and into the plaza, and we're going to be heading down towards here, the storage room, and we can see there's a green Trinity on the floor, so we can use that and access a new chest. Well, technically not a new chest, one that's already been there, but one that we can now actually reach for the first time. And it gives us quite a nice AP up item. So by all means, go and use that immediately. But I'm going to finish off the episode here today, folks, so thanks for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button and come back and join me again soon, and we'll see what lies in store in the next stage of Kingdom Hearts. We've just about finished here in Agrabah. So bye for now, take care.